So if I were doing this in a classroom setting, I would first probably do the traditional experiment using the 2 liters, trying just maybe just Diet Coke, or you can also do Coke. You could add in the Coke Zero. You could try root beer. There are plenty of other kinds of drinks. It really isn't specific at all to being Diet Coke. It's just what some people started using, and it got caught on so quickly that there wasn't any sort of real effort to try to determine what was causing this. And then from there, then you would maybe do the scale down, do the last reaction I did, have them do the 20-ounce bottles. And you could actually let them do those in small groups. And then from there, bring it down to the next level and see if you can actually see some of the differences, really observing the differences in the different kinds of foams that the Coke versus the Diet Coke forms, because it is different. It's hard to tell on this camera, but you really can notice a pretty considerable difference in the size of the bubbles. You can see the volume of bubbles is different, and how quickly it expels the gases, though in any sort of the narrow containers, you're not going to see a large difference. And the wider the container and wider opening exit point, the less of a reaction you're going to see. But the 100 ml grad cylinder is great because it's just a little larger than the size of the Mentos, so they fit in really nice. You wouldn't be able to do that with a smaller grad cylinder. You might be able to get away with a 50 ml, but there's probably not a lot of value to that because it is difficult to pour the Coke and the Diet Coke into even the 100 ml grad cylinder with somebody who has quite a lot of experience with pouring in the labs. It's a little tricky to be able to get the volumes pretty close. So for your more analytical people, they'll get frustrated that they can't get it to exactly like 20.0 mils. They'll want it, exactly there and use pipettes, and that's really not the right approach because you really want to make sure that this reaction that you do the experiment quickly, because if you don't do it quickly, there will be a large difference in the kind of results that you see.